Today, I am going to tell you about Jude Bellingham, from humble beginnings to shining on football's biggest stages. Jude Bellingham has become the world's third most expensive teenager by completing a 103 meters Euro move to Real Madrid. Only Kylian Mbappe and Joao Felix have cost more in their teens than Real have paid Borussia Dortmund for the England midfielder. Bellingham was wanted by a host of Europe's top clubs, including Manchester City and Liverpool, but has opted for a move to the Spanish giants. Aged just 19, he was one of England's standout performers at last year's World Cup. Here, BBC Sport charts his path from a humble youngster at Birmingham City to a superstar. He cried when he left Birmingham. When Bellingham left the Blues for Borussia Dortmund in 2020 for £25 million, he became the most expensive 17-year-old in the history of football. The championship side were mocked by some for retiring the teenager's shirt number, despite him only having played one full season of professional football. But the ability he is showing to the world now, coupled with his humble attitude, highlights just why he was so well thought of at the Blues. He didn't want to leave Birmingham City. He cried, says football journalist Guillem Ballig. Yet he has come out of his comfort zone and has developed into a very comfortable young man. He wasn't interested in football. For someone so incredibly gifted, it seemed like he was always destined to become a footballer. But as a child, Bellingham was initially not that keen on the sport. His first coach, Phil Wooldridge, remembered first meeting Bellingham when he was 4. As soon as you put a football in front of him, he was not really interested, he told the BBC. It took a while for him to get into football. It wasn't just overnight. It was a matter of a few months. But when it clicked for Bellingham, there was no stopping him. He would tell his teachers and fellow pupils at his school that one day he would play for England, and, as his love for the sport grew, Wooldridge and Bellingham's father set up a team called Stourbridge Juniors, which he went on to play regularly for. It was there he caught the eye of local professional clubs, and at the age of 7, he joined Birmingham City, where he would work under a coach who Bellingham credits with shaping him into the person and player he is. Mike Dodds, who is now a first-team coach at Sunderland, played a key role in Bellingham's development that would lead to him making his professional debut at the age of 16. He was my best coach educator because if he wasn't happy with a session, if he wasn't happy with the kind of route that his development was going, he would be the first person to let me know his thoughts, Dodds told the BBC. He's just a magnificent human being. You know, he's a role model. He's got complete empathy for people around him. From a human perspective, I haven't got enough words to kind of praise him with. That empathy was clear to see for the millions watching at last year's World Cup when, after Harry Kane missed England's second penalty that would have leveled the scores against France, Bellingham was the first player to comfort the striker. Bellingham played just one season at Birmingham, but was crucial in helping them avoid relegation to League One. Rather than be overawed by the bigger stage the Bundesliga giants offered, Bellingham continued to excel, and in October last year, he made history by becoming Dortmund's youngest captain at just 19. Every time you think you've seen a fully formed Jude Bellingham, he does something else, something different, and adds more layers to his game, German football expert Raphael Honigstein said. Please subscribe to this channel.